Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the National Weather Service Atlanta office's weekly weather briefing. I'm Sid King, and I'll be giving you the rundown on what we can expect as we head into the holiday weekend. So high pressure is going to be promoting benign conditions and warmer than average temperatures through the weekend. We will have some increased cloud cover over North Georgia Christmas morning due to a weak disturbance swinging through the Tennessee Valley. However, rain chances are expected to be minimal at 10% or less, but rain chances will return in earnest ahead of the next system Tuesday and Wednesday next week. However, at this time, uncertainty remains on our coverage and severe weather potential. Taking a look at the satellite image, you can see that high pressure is keeping cloud cover to a minimum over Georgia at this time, and mostly clear and sunny skies are expected through the remainder of the day today. So here's our high pressure on the just off the Carolina coast. This high is expected to continue to shift east of the area, which is allowing surface winds to shift to a southeasterly direction. And this is going to cause the beginning of our warming trend through the period. So here's a look at our conditions today. We're expecting high temperatures to get into the upper 50s and low 60s across the area under clear skies with no rain chances at this time. Now, one thing that could be worth mentioning is the fire weather concerns. At this time, we don't have any fire weather hazards expected. However, with low minimum RHs between about 25 and 35%, we could have some critical thresholds being met in east central Georgia during the mid and late afternoon. However, we're not going to issue a fire danger statement at this time because it should only really reach about 25% for about an hour or two. And then, of course, the fuel moistures and the winds are well outside of critical thresholds. And this is going to be our driest day for the remainder of the period. As we get warmer and more humid air into the area, we won't be approaching fire weather criteria through the end of the period. Here's a look at tomorrow's forecast. Under the high pressure, we're going to have some strong radiational cooling tonight, and that's going to lead to another cold morning tomorrow. We're going to have a weak disturbance swing through the Tennessee Valley late tomorrow and into Christmas morning. And that's going to be something we keep an eye on overnight and into Christmas. So here's, like I said, our morning lows are going to be in the 30s across the area tomorrow. But we're going to be a bit warmer tomorrow afternoon, getting into the 60s across the area. And then on Christmas itself, we have a weak disturbance that's moving through the area. That is going to bring some increased cloud cover across the area. Could have some minimal rain chances in the far northern tier of Georgia, but generally expected to be about 10% or less, with only some light drizzle if any rainfall occurs. And temperatures will be warmer once again throughout the day in our general warming trend. Our morning lows are going to be in the upper 40s and low 50s across the area. And then our afternoon highs are going to be in the upper 60s to mid 70s across the north and central Georgia area. So this is going to be a good bit above average for our Christmas temperatures for this time of the year. Generally between about 12 to 18 degrees above what we would expect for this time of the year, with the highest values above average in the northwestern parts of the state. So this will definitely be a green Christmas, probably a wearing shorts Christmas this year. And if you're familiar with a year without Santa Claus, Heat Miser approves. Here's a look at the record temperatures. Although we will be warmer than normal, we're not going to be pushing records at this time, with our highs generally in the upper 60s to mid 70s. We're going to remain outside of our highest temperatures, which were all the way in the upper 70s in Macon and Columbus in 2015 and 2016. And of course, we'll be well above our minimum temperatures as well, which we generally have 30s this time of the year. But Christmas morning, we'll be looking at upper 40s and low 50s. Transitioning to our 7-day forecast and a look beyond the weekend, you can see our warm and humid conditions continue into the early parts of next week. We have lows generally remaining in the 50s, which indicate pretty high dew points for this time of the year as well. And then high temperatures in the low 70s and mid 70s pretty much throughout the beginning parts of next week. You may have noticed on those 7-day slides that we have some rain chances returning towards the end of the period, and they will indeed be returning Tuesday and Wednesday as a disturbance swings through the persistent southwesterly flow at the upper levels. However, being this far out, we still have some uncertainty in timing with the location of the precipitation. So here's a look at Tuesday right here. And then Tuesday night, we've got 30 to 50% chances of rain generally across most of our forecast area. And then that continues to sink south on Wednesday with basically 30 to 60% chances. These chances will likely become higher and more focused as we get more confidence on where this area of precipitation is going to set up. And one thing to keep in mind is that with persistent warm and moist conditions, the potential for severe weather is going to need to be monitored as the pattern evolves. Right now, our rainfall amounts aren't expected to be terribly high, generally between about a 1/4 inch and about a 1/2 inch across the far north, with some locally higher amounts possible, but we're going to get a better look at this as we get more confidence in the forecast. And then moving on to our 6 to 10 day outlook beyond the forecast period. We look like we're going to be in this warm pattern for a while, with even an 80 to 90% chance of remaining above average in terms of temperatures, and then even a 40 to 50% chance across north and central Georgia of being wetter than normal as well. And then finally, some drought conditions are beginning to form over north and east Georgia, and with only light rainfall totals over the next several days, that's going to continue that dry trend into next week. So to sum things up, high pressure is going to continue to promote benign conditions and warmer than average temperatures through the holiday weekend. We will have some increased cloud cover and the possibility of some minimal rain chances over North Georgia at Christmas morning due to a weak disturbance swing through the Tennessee Valley. And then after a benign weekend, we're going to have rain returning next week ahead of a system Tuesday and into Wednesday, but there's some uncertainty with the forecast at this time on rain coverage and severe weather potential. And that concludes our weekly weather briefing. Here's our contact information in case you ever need to get in touch with us. And on behalf of all of us here at NWS Atlanta, we'd like to thank you all for your attention, and we wish you have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you very much.